And we are live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube. Good morning, everyone, or you, or me, depending on how many people are there. If it's me by myself, if there's 100 of you, I don't actually know at the moment, so I don't. Let's just check the computers. Yep, the computer's okay. Let us start. Start with just some gentle shoulder circles. The Scottish, poet? Was he just a poet? Did he do more than being just a poet? I don't know. Anyway, Robert Burns. The best laid plans of mice and men gang awry. In other words, plans change, plans go wrong. My plan for this week, that was, well, all the way through till Sunday, was that every day I would do the daily exercise session for an hour. Normally it varies in length, but this week I had a relatively free diary, and I thought, oh, good, let's do a bit of extra exercise. Be good for me, change direction, and maybe good for you. Unfortunately, my diary for today went crazy yesterday afternoon, and I've already had to do some work this morning. Boo, boo, hiss, hiss. No, I enjoyed it. And I've got more things to do. So, this morning's session will probably only be half an hour. So, if you were looking forward to an hour's exercise, wait till this finishes and then go to the recording and do it all again, or do it all again from memory, or do whatever exercises you choose to do, because you can. But if you are doing these along with me, that's lovely, and I hope your day is and is going to be super. Okay, feet slightly wider, circle the upper body, nice and gentle. Change direction. Trying to keep the hips fairly still, lower body fairly still, the upper body moving. Forward, side, back, side. You will probably won't go as far back as you do. Most people's spines bend further forwards than backwards. Change direction, and if you want to make the circles a little bit deeper and your body is comfortable with that, do so. Change direction. Straighten up go diagonally across the body. Now, I did it wrong. Straight out in front, opposite arm and leg. I knew what I wanted to do. My body decided to hold a protest meeting. So, right leg, left arm, left leg, right. I can't. So the opposites. I can't do the exercise and talk about it fully. Oh dear. And opposite arm and leg diagonally across the body. So I had my booster vaccination yesterday. I've got to say the organisation at the doctors was not as good as it was for the original ones. They're obviously getting relaxed and maybe even a bit lazy about it, but so what? Feet slightly more than shoulder width, circle the waist. I also inquired about what is an even more, in many respects, controversial vaccination, which is the flu jab, which I like to have every year, despite fully knowing that it's, what is it, a 30% chance, 50% chance that it'll be effective, change direction. The flu jab is often ineffective. The reason is perfectly simple. They have to produce the flu jab and guess at what strain of flu is going to be the dominant one in any winter. And sometimes the sneaky little flu buggy wuggies, they're not really buggy wuggies, don't act as expected. Change. But as you get older, personally, I'm not telling you what to do, but personally, I would rather have a 30% chance of not catching a flu bug rather than tending towards 0 chance if I wasn't to be vaccinated. But yes, hopefully in a week or two they'll have the vaccines in change direction. Because as you know, I'm a man, and if I get a cold, it's you know, a major disaster. If you get the flu, well, dear oh dearie me. Next week, by the way, my diary is already pretty crazy, so the length of my daily exercise routines, which I hope you're joining in with, tilt side to side, will vary enormously. I don't know if I'll be able to do any hour-long ones. I will try. But a half hour is good. And I mean, you know, technically you get up early. If you can do 5 minutes exercise, that's good. If you do 10, that's even better. And forwards and backwards. Straighten up, side to side again. Not stretching really, just letting the body go through its preferred range of motion. and backwards again. Straighten up, bring the feet in slightly, bend the legs, let the legs bend is a better way of putting it. Relax the legs, let them bend, sit back a little bit, turn the waist, let the arms float around the body. Keep going. Gently try and increase the range of motion by turning the waist more. You can also turn the neck, turn the head round a bit more. Look forward, legs bend and straighten, the arms float. Forwards and backwards, up and down a little. Relaxed as possible, the legs driving the arms. Shoulders relaxed as well. So currently both legs are relaxing, bending, muscles engaging, well, muscles engaged all the time of course, but bending and straightening together. The next exercise in 9 seconds time, you do first one leg, then the other. And change. And it's first one leg, then the other, bending and straightening. I suppose technically one bends as the other straightens. The waist turns, the arms relax, but the overall effect is a diagonal motion in the arms. Keep going. When the bell rings, well, when it goes ding, we're going to take the feet just slightly wider and do one more variation of this sort of exercise. Feet slightly wider, arms up, relax into one leg, let the arms collapse. Here, I'm not throwing the arms down, I'm just letting them fall down. Sitting into one leg, then the other. You can do this slowly, or you can do it a little bit faster. The thing to pay attention to is that you're turning the waist and collapsing the leg, or sitting into the leg, and releasing the arms, allowing them to relax and fall. Nice and simple, toe and heel. Raise the toe, raise the heel, allowing the body to roll. If roll and rock and roll if it wants to. Obviously the supporting leg is doing the supporting. That's kind of why it's called the supporting leg. Aha! You didn't think I knew that, did you? now roll the foot side to side. And again, it's perfectly okay if you want to allow the leg and the body to move along with that motion. You can hold everything still and just roll the foot, but I prefer just to relax that little bit more and let the foot lead the way. Your feet lead the way quite often if you think about it. And change to the other foot. Raise the toe, raise the heel. One of the extra things that's happening today that I wasn't expecting, I'll tell you after it goes ding and we switch to side movement, ding, switch to side movement. My office is in my home, as is my studio, and last night we realised we had no heating. Boo! So we phoned our plumber, bless him, who's coming out later today to hopefully fix the heating system. So that's one of my extra meetings. And now what we're going to do is just stand, raise, drop. Stand, raise, drop. Raise, stay there for a second or two, down. Raise, on the toes, down. Yes, so one of my extra meetings is with the plumber, who's hopefully going to fix the heating, which means that even having had a small fan heater on in here for a while, it's blooming cold. We're going to carry on with this. Raise up on your toes and down. Raise up on your toes and down. Although intriguingly, and I have no idea why, it must be genetics, I prefer cold to heat generally. I'd rather it was -7 than 97. Okay, now we're going to do little hops, pushing up off the toe. Obviously only do it if you are comfortable that your ankle, calf, Achilles tendon, etc., etc. are up to the job. Keep going. Circle the knee. Change direction. Change to the other leg, circle the knee, horizontal circles. Change direction. Change leg, knee up and out to the side. If you want to take the arm as well, please do. Other way, up, out to the side, up and up to the side and round to the front, out to the side, whatever. It's too early. Well, it's not early actually, it's just My brain hasn't woken up yet. Switch to the other side, up to the front, out to the side. You can use your hand as well if you want to. Change out to the side and round to the front. We're now going to circle the shoulders, but I'm going to wipe my nose so your hips are going side to side, your arms are circling round in front of the body. Change direction. Hips come to a rest, arms go in opposite circles. The legs can pulse slightly up and down if you want to. Down as the arms are down, up as the arms are up, if you can manage it. It's not a big deal. I'm also changing which arm goes behind and which arm goes in front with every rotation. Change direction. Feet, legs, relax, slightly bent, upper arms still, lower arms, forearms circling round. Change direction. Tuck the elbows in, circle the hands. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but one of the reasons why I, both in these sessions and in extra exercises that I do, I concentrate quite a lot on wrist and finger strength. We'll do a finger strength exercise actually in a moment. Is because as you get older, grip strength often tends to fail. And yes, grip strength is important in the martial arts, totally true. Chin art is the Chinese art of seizing and, well, gripping, locks, things all like that. I think probably getting my Chinese terms wrong. But more important than that is being able to open a jar of jam or a jar of pickles. So you do want strong wrists and fingers. Okay, let's look at fingers. Put the hands out. I've got them almost straight but not locked out. And all I'm doing is bringing, sorry, let's come closer to the camera. There we go. Bringing the fingers in towards each other. going to turn the hands down, but it's hard to see, let's just pull that up. Just doing the same thing with the wrist bent the other direction. Legs relaxed, knees are naturally bending. Here we'll do the chopping up and down, nice and relaxed. Obviously, if you had anything like arthritis in the wrists, you wouldn't do this. It's a little, because you're trying to relax the wrist and let the hands flip, as it were, up and down. You only want to do this if you're fairly happy with the exercise. Well, yeah. And vaguely looks like you're slapping, but you're slapping both ways. Here the elbows are relaxed, but they're not tied into the side of the body like with the rotations, where I like to keep the elbows completely static. Here you can have some movement in the elbows. And relax. Let the legs remain bent. Turn the head side to side. The next head exercise that we're going to do in 3 seconds is up and down, but the hands will come up. Hands up, head up and down. Lifting the chin up, tucking the chin in as it goes down. Trying to relax the legs a bit more, sit back a little bit more. Look to the front, then one ear, then the other ear goes up towards the ceiling as you stretch the neck. You're stretching the side of the neck where the ear is going up. Check that the legs are not straightening, and then take the chin forward and then bring it back and tuck it in slightly. Take the head side to side whilst keeping it vertical. So you're moving it as if you were moving it on rails across the shoulders, from one shoulder towards one shoulder and then towards the other. And drop the chin, keeping the chin close to the chest. Turn the head side to side. Drop the arms and then take the head in a nice it's 30 minutes and a few extra seconds. So thank you for joining in. Have a super great, fantastic, fabulous, mega day. And I hope to see you again tomorrow, and it should be tomorrow, tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow and Sunday should be hour-long sessions which you can participate in for as much as you like. And then next week it will be back to the more normal, random times depending on what my diary allows. Thank you very much. Bye.